Good morning, friends! Today we are going to be reading this story. So can you guys look at the cover of this story and make some predictions about what you think it might be about? Yes, that could definitely be a part of this story. What else do you guys think? Yes, or that, because the giraffe on the front, that's exactly right. Well, the name of this story is called Giraffes Can't Dance. And this story is about a giraffe who brings his own style to the jungle dance, and he realizes he's not quite like the others, but that's okay. So, do you guys remember when we read the book I Like Me? What was that story about? Do you guys remember? Yes, that story was about a pig who always compared herself to others. But then in the end, she realized that she liked herself for who she was and she didn't want to be like the others. So that's kind of like this story. Gerald compares himself to the other animals, but when he realizes he's different, he actually likes it. So that's a good thing. Does anyone know what the word unique means? Does anyone know? Yes, that's exactly right. So does that mean, do we all look the same in this classroom? No. Why do we not look the same? What makes us different? Right, different hair color, different skin color, different clothes. We all look different. Do we all dress the same? Not quite. We don't. We all wear clothes, but they're all different. So we all wear something different every day. So that means we are all unique, but we all love each other and accept each other, right? Yes, that's exactly right. So we're going to read this story and see how Gerald the giraffe uses his uniqueness at the jungle dance, okay? So giraffes can't dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at dancing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now every year in Africa they hold a jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. How do you guys think Gerald's feeling right now? Look at this picture. What is going on? Oh, I agree, Victor. He's not feeling very good. All those animals are dancing, and he doesn't think he can dance, so he's feeling very sad. I agree. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald!" all the animals sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool! Oh, Gerald, you're so weird!" Friends, is that how we talk to others? No, why not? What's wrong with this? Oh, that's exactly right. They are not being very nice to their friend Gerald. They're making him feel very sad. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted at the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." A different song? What do you guys think he means by a different song? Maybe. What else? What else could he mean by a different song? Yeah, well, let's find out. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerard felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail swishing around. He threw his legs out sideways and swung them everywhere. He did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerard felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I am dancing! Yes, I am dancing! I am dancing! Cried Gerard. Then, one by one, each animal who had been there at the dance arrived while Gerard boogied and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! He must be in a dream! Gerard's the best dancer we've ever seen!" "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerard, tell us how." But Gerard simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We can all dance," he said, "when we find the music that we love." The end. Okay, friends, what was it that made Gerard so unique in this story? That's right. At first he couldn't dance, but he just danced a little differently. That's right. So, how did he figure out that he could dance? Because at first he thought he couldn't. How did he figure out he could dance? That's right. He met the cricket, and what did the cricket tell him? That he just needed a different song. So even though he didn't dance to the same thing as the other animals, could he still dance? Yes, that's exactly right. Okay, friends. So, we are going to make Gerard the giraffe, and we're going to hang him up in our classroom so that he can remind us that we're all unique and that we're all different, but we're still beautiful and we can all work together. Okay? So I'm going to split you up into groups and give you a sheet that looks just like this. And you're going to cut Gerard into little pieces, or cut the pieces of Gerard out of this sheet, and each person is going to get one. So if Victor, Sarah, and Jeremy, you three are in a group, then Jeremy, you would get a part, Victor, you would get a part, and Sarah, you would get a part. Okay? And then you can decorate it however you want. You can use markers, you can use glitter, you can use whatever you want to decorate it. But then, when everyone gets finished decorating their part, I'm going to give you a piece of construction paper, and you're going to glue him together and make Gerard the giraffe. Now, is everyone's group going to look the same? No, why not? That's right, because everyone made a different giraffe, but it's still Gerard. And he's still going to remind us that we're all unique, and we're going to hang him up, okay? Alright, so I'm going to count down, and everyone go back to their tables, okay? Ready?